This is JermJuiceVapor. So today we are going to do a quick review. We're going to do basically a comparison review. It's going to be about 5 to 10 minutes long, and it's going to be about the newer Aspire Atlantis version 2 and also the Kangertech subtank 25mm, the full size. I'm not talking about, this is not the plus, this is before the plus. So what are the difference between these two tanks? Well, two different companies obviously make them. One tank is the Kangertech, the other, this is the Kangertech, this is the Aspire Atlantis V2. One is 25mm wide in width. As you can see, it's much bigger. And the other one is a 22mm. Now, with the since I know a little bit more about the Atlantis, or not Atlantis, yeah, the Atlantis version 2, I will talk about that first. It has a 3 ml juice capacity, and that doesn't seem like much. I understand that. A lot of people go, well, 3 mils, that's not much at all. And it's really not. But it does do the trick. It's what you need, usually. 3 mils, I mean, it lasts me about maybe an hour-ish, 45 minutes, depending on how much I'm hitting on it, how much I'm vaping it. And it gives really, really good flavor. That was the other thing. I was really shocked about this device. Now, there is a newer Mega version that just came out not too long ago. And I haven't heard too much about it yet. I'm going to start doing some review or some checkups on it. I haven't really seen much about it, so I don't know. Now, this does have a lot of airflow settings. It has a bottom airflow and it has a top airflow. That doesn't seem like much, but trust me, it's a tank that hits good. It has a nice airflow. By all means, it does have a very nice airflow. The top airflow, let's talk about the top airflow first. So the top airflow is basically a drip tip airflow. It also helps to get a bigger hit. It does help to get a bigger hit, but as well as it also cools the vapor down more by a lot. It can cool this vapor down more than you would suspect it to. But the bottom airflow, there's two settings. You got a wide open, and then you got a one that is it's like basically a line, and then the other hole is just a hole. So basically that's that one, and then you got one that is the full line and a full line. And then with this device, it's not a rebuildable base. You can't rebuild the coils. You can try to rebuild the coils, but usually you just want to buy the coils. And this is a coil. Now the version 2 comes with two coils. It comes with a 0.5 ohm and a 0.3 ohm. The 0.3 ohm, since it's the version 2, is already in the tank. These are the massive coil heads. As you can see, let me show you. Let me make sure you are getting a good view. As you can see, that is a massive hole in the center of this. Device. It is big. It hits hard. Away. Oh, if I can get my camera to focus now. There we go. It does hit really hard. It is a nice wide open. As you can see, with these bottom holes, They're about a little bit bigger than 3, I think around like 3.7 or 4 millimeter in diameter. So they are really massive. There's 4 holes. But it's a really big coil head. So, but it works, and it works good. The 0.3 ohm coil heads need about 70 to 80 watts though. Can you run them lower? Yeah, you can. But is it going to do them justice? No, it's not. It's going to not do the coils justice at all. And then also the 0.5 ohm coil head runs at 20 to 30 watts. So that's more on the line of if you want to use it on a mechanical mod, you can throw it on a mechanical mod. 20 to 30 watts, mechanical mod would do it pretty good. Mechanical mod on this, I don't know for sure, but I don't think it would run a 0.3 ohm coil that good. I could be wrong though. It could run it great. I don't know. But I was using it on a box mod, and that's just what I like. I have the Sigelli 150 watt and Sigelli 30 watt, and that's just what I like. But on to the next. Let me take one more hit off this, and I will move to the next. So, the next one is the Kangertech subtank. It is a 25 millimeter subtank. There's 3 versions of this. Actually, there's 4 now, but they technically discontinued this version. There's a nano, which is, I believe, 22. No, it's like 20 millimeter, I believe. But it doesn't have a rebuildable base. It only takes OCC coil heads. Then you have a Kangertech subtank mini. That one does have a rebuildable base to where you can rebuild on it, and it works fabulously. Great airflow. It holds about 4.5 mils of juice, so it does have a bigger juice capacity than the Atlantis version 2. And then you have this one, but this one is the one that's discontinued, and then the new 25 millimeter one is called the Kangertech Subtank Plus. But this is the one before the Plus came out, so let me just discuss this one. It comes with a 0.5 ohm OCC. When you buy it brand new, it comes with one OCC coil that's a 0.5 ohm, which is a sub ohm, and then it comes with which is going to need a 0.5 ohms. It's going to be about 15 to 30 watts, and then it also comes with a 1.2 ohm. That can be ran pretty fucking low. That can be ran 12 to 25 watts. All my coils I usually run in the middle of the recommendation, but sometimes they don't. It just depends on you. It depends on your vape that you like. It also comes with a 4 pre-built RBA coils for the rebuildable base. It comes with 4 pre-built ones, 2 already in it, 2 in the baggie with the O-rings. It comes with a baggie of O-rings, baggie of 2 extra screws. It comes with a beauty ring. It comes with a little tiny screwdriver. It comes with a little piece of organic cotton as well. Now this one with the OCC coil, because you got to change out the top cap, this little top cap, you got to change that out. The longer one is for the OCC coil. If you use the longer one, it can hold 6 mils with the OCC coil. So you can hold up to 6 mils in this bad boy. But with the rebuildable base on it, it can only hold 4.2 mils of juice. So it dramatically changes when you change it. It does have a spring-loaded pin, 510 pin on the bottom in the screw. When you screw it into your device. It is 55 meters in length without the drip tip. So this right here is 55 millimeters. It's a 20 in diameter, in roundness. It is 25 millimeters. The beauty ring basically goes from 25 millimeters down to 22 millimeters, which is what most mech mods like this are usually 22 millimeters in diameter. But that's basically everything about this. Now, this the one that got discontinued does have a lot of problems. The rebuildable base, the rebuildable tank, or not tank, the rebuildable chamber slash base, whatever you want to call it. I like to call it a chamber, rebuildable chamber, for your coils that you make yourself, had a problem flooding. So every time I would take a hit, it would flood that chamber. It would flood my coils to where you could hear that gurgliness when you would go to take a hit, like kind of like a, sorry to say this, but like a bong, like gurgliness. That's what it was doing. So what I did was I modified the airflow in the RBA section. The airflow was around 2 millimeters. I put it to about 2.7 millimeters in width. All four holes I hand drilled out. That I will also be doing a tutorial for to show you how to do it if you are also wanting to do it. And then I also drilled out the 3 holes themselves to about 3.6 or 3.7 millimeters in width. All 4 holes. Now I could have just done the one. The one actually was the most I really needed to do. The one middle one, and the reason why I say this for the middle one is because when you put it on one airflow, there's 3 airflow settings on this. So you got 1 hole, 2 holes, or 3 holes. And then when you did it with, when it's stock, the 1 airflow hole is in the middle. When you switch it to the 2 airflow holes, it's on the 2 outside air holes, and then the middle one gets blocked. And then when it's fully wide open, all 3 are open, obviously. Now I could have made it to where it was just the center one, and that would have been fine. It would have worked fine. I didn't have to drill all 3 out like I said. I just wanted to, because when I drilled all 3 out, it locked it to where it was jammed, and now it constantly stays open. 3 airflow holes, and that's what I wanted it to do. That's why I did it. But ever since I modified the airflow on the rebuildable base pin airflow, it stopped the massive flooding in the RBA section and made it to where it wouldn't flood as much. Does it flood still every great once in a while? Yeah, it still does every once in a while, but it doesn't do it 24/7 no more. So it's a big plus once you mod it. Like I said, I will post a tutorial on how to mod it. Be prepared to have to go out and buy some drill bits that are razor sharp, basically. And the reason why I got to get them is because you got to hand drill and use I believe it was a 3/32 drill bit on the inside. And you got to hand drill it with a pair of you got to basically put the drill bit in a what is it called? Channel locks, locking pliers, basically. And you basically just got to hand drill it out. That's why you need razor sharp ones. If you was to do the pin with a drill or a Dremel, what would happen? More than likely, because that metal is very brittle, if it gets jammed and stops to where it can't keep rotating, what would happen is the pin would more than likely break. So trust me, hand drill it out. And then the second thing, or third thing I guess I should say, is when you build the coils away from the center airflow hole. You don't want to put it directly over it. You want to put it over to the side. So say this is the airflow hole. Normally it says to put the 2 coils directly over. And what happens when you do that is when you suck up, it hits that coil on the bottom, and then it has to go around the coil to go up. But if you space them out far enough to where only the sides hit the airflow, when you suck up, only the sides hit the only the sides will hit only the air would hit the sides of the coils. There we go. It makes it so the airflow can go straight up through to the mouthpiece, and that's why that helps so much. But yeah, that's about everything. Now, what do I recommend, and what is the ratings? This one, before it was modded, I gave it about a 5. Because I could only really use OCC coils on it, and with the juice capacity being about, what was it, 6 mils, I believe I said. Yeah, 6 mils of juice with the OCC coil. It does last very long. Now with the rebuildable base only being able to hold 4.2 mils of juice, it still lasts a while. I used a whole bottle of my peanut butter flavoring e-liquid in about 4 days now. I had to change out the coils twice since then. For that whole bottle, I had to change the coils out about twice. It lasted about a week, I guess I should say, really, for that bottle. But it was so worth it. It was worth modding it. It made it to where it worked better, and I love it now. But what would so this, I give, after I modded it, I give it about an 8.5, since it still does flood the chamber every once in a while. Now with the Aspire Atlantis V2, I give this baby a fucking 10. If I could go higher, I would give it an 11. I would give it a 50 if I had to. The coils work flawlessly. There is some coils, you'll get some defective coils where they heat up and they have hot spots real bad, but it's very rare. A 0.3 ohm coil you can buy from fasttech.com. It'll be down in the comments, or not comments, description. You can buy a pack of 5 of 0.3 ohm coils for $13.09, I believe, or $13.19. But they will have a pre-order for about a month, so it's going to take about a month for them to ship out. They're just on back order, very bad. So many people are wanting them because of the price. But you can also buy 0.5 ohm coils for the same price, $13.09, for a pack of 5, and they are genuine Atlantis or Aspire coil heads. Or you can buy the 0.5 ohms, same price, $13.09, but them ship out next day. So what I would recommend doing is buying a pack of 13, or for buying a pack, basically spending the $27, I guess you could say, because I believe there's free shipping on them. Go and 100% money back guarantee if you don't like the product, or if they're not genuine. You can send them right back, get your money back, and be fine. It's a 100% money back guarantee on the website. But you can basically say buy the coils, buy a 0.5 ohm and 0.3 ohm. Basically buy the 0.5 ohms first, and then do another shipment for the 0.3 ohms, and then you'll obviously receive the 0.5 ohms first, and then you'll have them to vape on, and then out of nowhere you'll get, a month down the road, once you need them, you'll get the 0.3 ohm. That's what I recommend doing, both. But Fasttech, FASTTECH.com. Also, you can buy the Atlantis V2 for $28. $28. I paid $45 for mine, plus tax, so it was around, I think, altogether, because I bought another coil head, which was $5 for a 0.3 ohm. Let's see, I forget what it was, like $58 or something altogether. Like I said, it comes with a 0.5 ohm, it comes with a 0.3 ohm. 0.3 ohm is pre-built already in the device. All you gotta do is prime it and fill up your tank and start vaping. But anyways, guys, that was my review on these two devices, two tanks. They are both great tanks. I would recommend buying this in a heartbeat. The only way I would rebuy this one is only if I got the Plus. Only way I'd rebuy this one, because the Plus, they fixed all the issues that this one was having. That's why they discontinued it. But if you want a really good tank and you don't have to fiddle with coils, and you just have to fiddle with put in a new coil head, go out or order on Fast Tech a Aspire Atlantis version 2, not the version 1. Make sure it's the version 2. Also buy a pack of 0.5 ohm and 0.3 ohm as well, and it's around, like, I think $68 in total to get 10 coils, 5 of the 0.3, 5 of the 0.5. Also, you'll get you'll get 2 coils with this device. You'll get a 0.5 and a 0.3. 0.3, like I said, was pre-built, so you'll have 12 coils in total. But make sure you do them as separate shipments. The 0.3 needs to be by itself, because if you don't do it separate, you won't get nothing till the 0.3 ohm coils are sent out. So do them as 2 separate purchases, 0.3 ohm, and then your tank and your 0.5 ohm on another order. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you all like this video. I'm going to go ahead and do a dual vape on these things, and I will see you all later.